All right, Shalom. This is Hara One, Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, Layahawa, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakar Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is Ephesians 5 and 15, or 14. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right, I want to start off with this scripture because the days are evil. And you got 2/3 of our people that's being caught up and being led as sheep to the slaughter. And a lot of the sheep are being, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, this is James 5 and 4. And it's talking about the rich man, all right, Esau. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, man. All right, and we represent those laborers, you know. And what's the main thing they use to hold back the wealth from the world? The dollar, all right? They stole all the resources of the world with the dollar, set up unrighteous decrees backing the dollar as a default or de facto currency. And now they're doing the same thing again with this Fda approval, all right, for a mandate. That's the only reason they got the approval, man. They have a lot of people out there that kept saying the FDA. I'm like, who? Since when you start trusting the FDA, man? You know, the Food and Drug Administration. That's a corporation, man. Another evil entity of Esau, man, of the dragon. All right. I think they even what's the lady's name? Janet Woodcock. She's the head of the FDA right now, and they put her in office as a puppet. All right, to push the buttons, and then recently, while the FDA was being quiet and taking the back seat, you had Biden agree to vote this woman out of office, saying she cannot be the administrator. And that was 3 days ago. And then 3 days later, out of nowhere, the FDA like, all right, we approve it. You see the pressure? You know, pressure bust pipes. And they might put somebody in an office in a position, then they lean on them and force them to do what they want. All right. So this is what? James 5 and 4. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies. So our cries have entered into the ears of the Lord. Brother in this camp did a lesson earlier. Gabar it's called the Lord hears our prayers. All right. And that's just it, man. All right, so it says, because our prayers have entered into the ears of the Lord, just like during the times in Egypt, when the Lord woke up Moses and gave us his name so we can call on him. When he told Moses his name. All right. And just like today, he's given us his name through the Spirit, and we're able to call on him while we're in the slaughterhouse. All right, they've walked and manipulated the sheep into the slaughterhouse, And now everybody's, you can picture animals happily going, following the person leading them into the slaughterhouse. And then once they get in there, they start going crazy, start realizing it. And some just don't know. They go right into the slaughter, all right, to the destruction. But we're in the slaughterhouse. This whole world has been turned into a prison planet, and they're pushing their depopulation agenda out in the open. All right, it's called a Great Reset, in which they hope to reset humanity to their terms, to where they rule and manipulate a small population of the people after they depopulate a major amount of people upon the earth. So it says this: ye have lived in pleasures on the earth, and that's what they're doing. They're living in pleasures, enlarging their desires as hell, pushing their agendas and their technology and their policies and unrighteous decrees because it's in the power of their hand. All right? But we aren't to fear any of these things. These are all threatenings, more lies and wiles of the devil, of the deceiver. But the Lord said what? We're supposed to wait upon him, man. And it's a beautiful time to be in, man, where the Lord can deliver us and show his power and weakness. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. So the Lord told us to what? Be patient, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and the latter rain. Be ye also patient. Establish your heart, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. All right. So when we see this right here, this is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, see, woe be to the inhabitants of the earth. So those that have their mind trusting the ways of man and the imaginations of man. All right, these medical policies and these corporations and trust in science. That's what they're doing. But we're supposed to trust the heavens. All right, where our wisdom comes from. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So he only got a short time to do his dirty work. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 2:14. The wise man's eyes are in his head. All right. So a wise person, you're going to be watching. That's why I said be circumspect, watching what's going on. Not walking blindly and being led astray. Moving in haste, moving in fear. Everything they say, you're like, oh, they about to do it. Oh, man, here they come. Man, listen, the Lord is going to defend us. All right, the Lord going to defend us, man. We got to have hope in that. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness, man. So they're in the darkness and they're walking in it. On a dark path that's leading them to destruction. 2/3 of our people trust in this crooked system that's purposely made to twist them. All right. And I myself perceived also that one event happened to them all. All right. Psalms 18:46. So what people got to make a choice. They're going to trust the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, spoken of in the scriptures and in history. Or they're going to trust the system that was conjured up by man. All right, mortal, beastly minded Esau. And now they're pushing this science from what? All the world, the nations, from Egypt, from Greece, wherever, Germany, Europe. Now they pushing it here with that mindset and the knowledge of the world, pharmakia. All right, where the serpent wants to push his poison. This is Psalms 18 and 46. Yahweh liveth, and blessed be my rock. All right, so Yahweh liveth, and Yahweh Shai is blessed. That's our rock. That's our high tower and our rock in the middle of the flood that we're gonna climb on top of and hold on to. All right, and the God of my salvation be exalted. The power of our salvation. All right, what's the power that's going to pull us out of the way of danger? It is Yahweh that avengeth me and subdueth the people under me. So the Lord is going to subdue Esau up under us. That's what we're waiting for. He delivereth me from mine enemies. And who's our enemy? These Edomites. Yea, thou, and 2/3 of our people as well, and these heathens. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Whew. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. And this is prophecy is going to reign true. All right, spoken of by King David. This was a psalm, but we're going to be singing that song. After the hopeful elect are delivered. Yahweh Ratazah, I'm in that number. So he's going to deliver us from the violent man. That's what Esau is, a violent man. All right. Their blessing was the sword, and to rule with the sword, and with their destructive imaginations and devices. All right. Therefore will I give thanks unto Yahweh among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to sing praises unto the Lord's name among the heathen. As the heathen are pushing out their lives, coming in as a flood, well, the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard against them, man. That's what we got to wait for. All right. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them. So woe unto Esau and these heathens and the leaders of the WHO organization, or whatever you want to call them. Woe unto them, because they're just man, they're just humans. All right. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Man, this is their prescription. All right, that they're prescribing for the people. All right, this is Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity. And that's what they've done. They've devised and come up with a device, imagined iniquity, man. More wickedness and evil. All right, imbalance. And they come up with these mandates which are not even legal. And they forcing them on people. All right. Biden said, he said, yo, the people that don't get it, they're going to put pressure on them. And they're going to have a campaign. And you know how they do it, their campaigns, man, just like they do with their president's campaigns. They put a lot of money into it. And it's like for a few months or a year or so, it's just all in your face. They putting it all in your face on the media, at your door, in the streets, and the businesses, the corporations. They own the corporations, man. They're going to use the corporations as the police. All right. That's what they're going to use. They can't use the police because the police are set up to protect the law, case law. And the FDA is still not case law. So now they're going to push mandates, and the corporations are going to say, hey, it's been FDA approved. You can't come here or work here unless you do this. All right. Making people a second or third class citizen now. Now the homeless population can become a first class citizen just by getting that. And they looked at as a law abiding a citizen. I should say a mandate abiding a citizen. All right. So now everybody else that they deem through their contact tracing, if they deem that you are sick through their false positives or whatever you want to call it, through their tests that they're giving out, all right, which are rigged tests. If they have people documented as contact traced, meaning they were around somebody, then they're going to say they got a quarantine. If they don't do that, they're going to call them fugitives. That's what time we're in. The Patriot Act 3. You know, that's what they moved into. It's basically it's not even a Patriot Act 3. It's the second Patriot Act Patriot Act set up by Bush, but we're just seeing it being activated now. Now they're calling the citizens of America's fugitives. All right, bypassing and poking holes in the Constitution. That's what they're doing. So it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, man. So they come up with their own imaginations and they push it. The Illuminati, Lucifer, the light bearers, the ones that dwell in secrecy, these secret societies. We're seeing their agenda out in the open, man. Everything is moving in deception. Everything they're doing. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, right? Because the spirit of the Lord's mouth is the spirit of truth. And it's spoken through the men of the Lord. And Esau is the father of lies. So the truth ultimately is going to trump and consume the lies, all right? And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, right? Because once you bring light into the room, darkness has to scatter. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and lying and signs and lying wonders. So they're coming with all their power after the workings of Satan, the adversary to the truth. All right, it's going all the way back to the damn garden. You know, with the serpent in the garden. It's the same serpent, that old serpent. That spirit came back as Esau. And now you got, I seen a brother did a lesson earlier. I forgot the brother's name, man. But he did a lesson earlier, sincere brother. I think his name, I forgot his name, man. But yeah, he did a great video where he was talking about the Jake woman being Eve and her falling for the serpent. His lies, right? When she was wholly seduced, completely tricked, okay, by the wiles of the devil, and was told that she shall not surely die if she ate the wisdom or acted out the iniquity on the left-hand side. But the Lord said, no, we can learn from it from a distance. You can see that as wicked. You don't have to experience it. You know, you don't have to go over there and become it to experience it. No, you can look at it from a distance through the truth and see that that's wickedness through the Lord's righteous way. But now let's flip that and look at Eve as the woman being the nation of Israel, but look at it as the 2/3. You know, Yahweh Shai being the Adam. But in this time, this Adam is coming from the heavens. You know, Yahweh Shai from the heavens. But then you have Eve. Let's look at it as the woman being Israel, falling for the serpent's lies, man. Being told that they shall not surely die, but that they will be made to live. And what they call that AI technology, and that their eyes will be open. Man, look at this, man. All right. But they got to trust the Lord, man. They got to trust Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why Esau is that same spirit of the serpent. All right. So it says even him who's coming is after the working of Satan. So anytime they're making a move, like this big move they're doing right now, is after the workings of wickedness, man. With all power. So with all the power on the left-hand side and signs, all right, and lying wonders. So everything Esau does is according to the prophecies. World War I, World War II, you know, and they're lying wonders, man. This is a lying wonder right now. Invisible, an invisible enemy that you can't see, the threat, a disease, you know. And now they're saying it's plaguing the waters, or it's madness. Pushing all these mandates that don't stand up in their courts, like 6 feet, stand 6 feet apart. That doesn't stand up in court. It didn't. A judge already ruled it that's basically setting up a military style, a government style coup, a takeover. All right, so you got divine intervention, then you got carnal intervention. And that's what Esau is doing, their carnal intervention. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. So 2/3 of our people are going to follow Esau and be moved by Esau's threats or promises, because they have received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion. That's what we're seeing right now. It's a strong delusion upon the people, a gross darkness, you know, that they should believe a lie. Wow, man. That's why you're like, yo, why these people tripping? How they just believe it? Well, we're seeing the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why they're so, you know, the biggest advocates for this new great reset that they're doing. Jake, some of the biggest advocates for it. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine. I got mine yesterday. Everybody should get it. Don't come, you know. You got all these celebrities pushing it for fame and for money, for status. But the Lord said what? The Lord sent them that strong delusion, that they should believe the lies of Esau, all right, of the enemy, that they might all be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness, right? Because the Lord is setting up his sift. Matter of fact, see? So the ones that's going to be damned are the ones that didn't believe the truth. It's deep, right? All right, it says this, James 5:7. Be patient, therefore. So endure until the end. Be patient. Don't rush, because they say what? They're waiting for people to accept it, and they're going to put this lockdown back in place. And they said they're going to wait till people receive it. They're going to pressure people to receive it. All right. But when they go to get physical and they force, that's when the Lord going to show up, man. We're going to see the Lord's power on the right-hand side through spiritual powers, you know. Because it said the Spirit of the Lord shall raise up a standard against them. So the Lord gonna send, protect his elect through spiritual power. It says, be ye also, it's like, where was that? Lost my spot. All right, verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. All right, so let's wait on the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth. So he's married to Israel. So he's waiting for the precious fruit of the earth. So he's not asleep somewhere, distracted. No, he's waiting. He's watching and waiting for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. But the ones that's going to be destroyed are the ones that are stuck under that delusion, and they believe not the truth. But the ones that believe the truth, that's who the Lord is waiting on. All right, the rest of the elect to be sealed. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh.